Hey everyone, welcome back to this Python series. In this video, I'm going to discuss about, list methods. We all know that methods are always associated with certain objects. So here, list is an object and list has certain methods which works only with a list. It's always associated with some object. You have to call your object first and then you have to make use of this particular method. So we have several methods and also we have studied about, one of the property of a list which is mutable. I had told you that lists are mutable because we can change, we can add new elements, we can delete elements, right? So here we will be learning how we can add elements, how we can delete elements, and lot many things. Hope you are excited. Yeah. So first thing is how do you modify list elements using an update? So we have a different options, okay? Like append, insert, and extend. So first one is like an append. Append is a method which is used to add new element at the end of a list. So here you can see I have a list, okay, which includes IBM, Amazon, Google. I want you people to add a new company. So I want you to add a Flipkart at the end of this particular list. So how do you add it? I said that, append is basically a method. First, you have to call your object, which is company dot, it should be just append of what? So I'm trying to append a Flipkart. So it should be Flipkart. Since Flipkart is a text, so make sure you add them within quotes. Okay, so let me run. Similarly, what if in case you want to add 1,000? Okay, once you append it, it's very important to print and see the changes. Can you see the Flipkart got added? Okay, what if I want to add 1,000 at the end? After Flipkart, I want 1,000. Okay, you can just call a same company. Company is a variable. It's an object. Dot append. Value that we're gonna add is basically 1,000. Okay. And you people have to print in order to see whether it has added or not. Yes. Because I have run the code twice, so it is showing 2 times. So make sure you people run only 1 time. Okay, let me repeat it. See. Yeah. Hope this was clear. This is all about a append. Okay. So now it's a time to explore how we can insert an element at a specific index. That's where we have a concept called as an insert. So with an append, you can add elements only at the end of a list. So now you might have a question, what if I need to add an element at a specific index without changing existing elements? In that case, you can just use an insert. Okay, you can see here, I have a list of colors, right? I want to add, so black in between. I want to add black color after blue. I want to add black after blue color. So very simple, just call your colors. Colors is going to be your method. Sorry, colors is going to be your object. And your method is insert. And insert takes 2 arguments. Okay, first one is, you have to tell like what you're gonna insert. I'm going to insert a blue color. And you have to tell at what index you are going to index. Can you say index? Sorry, what we have to insert? We have to insert a black color, right? I'm sorry, yeah. I want to insert a black color and you have to tell at what index you have to insert it. So index of pink is 0, blue is 1. After blue means it should be 2. I'll say like 2. Okay. Now just try to call your colors and see the changes. Oh, sorry. String object cannot be interpreted as okay. So very first thing, first you have to tell the index position and then you have to tell like what exactly you have to insert. So that was the mistake. Sorry. So now just try to print the colors and see the changes. See? Black color got added at the second index position. In our insert, always give index number first and then what it has to insert because it has to trace out the position, right? So that's the reason index number has to be given first. Hope it's clear. Great. So next important method that you need to master is like extend. Extend is used to combine multiple lists. Let's say you have multiple lists and you want to combine them. Just use a dot extend of b. That's it. And you can try to print a so that you will get combined. Oh, sorry. First, you have to run your list and then you have to write it. Yeah. So can you see? The first list elements are 1, 2, 3, and second list elements are like A, B, C. We just used an A dot extend of B. So both the list got combined and we got a single list. So this is all about, how to add elements into a list. Append used to add element at the end. Insert is used to add an element at specific index position. Extend is used to combine multiple list elements into a single list. Okay. So next important thing is like how do you drop a list elements? So in order to drop a list elements, we have a different options like remove, pop, delete, and a clear. Okay, first approach is a remove. Remove is a method which is used to remove specific element using its name. Let's say you have a list of subjects. You want to remove chemistry from it. So how do you remove? So first step, you should call your object dot your method is remove and you have to tell like what exactly you're gonna remove. So chemistry is a string, right? So make sure you write that within a quote and it's case sensitive, be careful. Okay, so now let me just type subjects and let me show you. Can you see the chemistry? No, we have successfully removed chemistry from a list of subjects. So this is how we use a remove. Remove is used to remove specific element based on name. Okay, so next important thing is like a pop. So pop is by default, it is used to remove the last element. Two things can happen with a pop, okay? One is by default, when you use a pop, it removes the last element. Let me just show you. I'll just call subjects or pop. If I directly apply pop on any particular list object, okay, it just removes the last element. Can you see? It is telling like what element it is removing. See, it's removing English, which is the last element. By default, it just removes the last element when pop is applied on any list. Okay, next, one more interesting thing about a pop is it is also used to remove an element using an index. Okay, let's say what if you want to remove an element based on index? In that case, you can just make use of a pop. Let's say I want to remove maths. Okay, let's try to remove a math. Simple, just call your object which is subjects dot pop of. I want to remove maths. Maths is the first element, and first element index is going to be 0. Then see. So this is how pop can be used in different ways. One, by default, it removes last element. Another one, you can specify index number and you can remove the specific element. Okay, great. So next important thing, what if you want to delete entire list? So I'll just say like, delete subjects. You know what? It just deletes the entire subjects itself. Like entire list got removed. It says like subjects is not defined. That means we have successfully removed that entire list. Okay, so next important thing is like, clear. Clear is used to clear or delete all the elements from a list. So clear in the sense, it just clears all the elements and it gives you empty list. Okay, so it is not giving because we have already deleted it, right? So make sure you take a list and then try to clear it. Okay, now if I try to call a subjects, it has to give me empty list. See, this is how clear is going to work. Great. So next important thing, what if I want to reverse element of a list? You can just call your object, which is a list, and then just use a reverse. So everything from last becomes first. Subjects dot reverse. And you can notice that, when you apply your methods, it's not returning any value, right? It's doing changes in your original variable. You can see everything got reversed. English became first, biology, chemistry, physics, and maths. Order has changed. That is all about a reversing. Okay. And the next important thing is like a sort. Sort is used to sort data in increasing or decreasing order. Let's say, for example, you have a list of numbers. Okay, I'll just say like we have 100, 600, 800, 9,000, and let's say we have a 7. So this is basically my list of elements. I just want to sort them. Simple, just use a dot sort. So if I use a dot sort, by default, it is going to sort in which order? Any idea? It will sort it in increasing order. It will sort in increasing order. So now what if I want to sort it in decreasing order? If I want to sort in decreasing order, what small change you have to make is, so just call the same a dot sort and then add one keyword called as, reverse is equal to true. So by default, A dot sort will sort in increasing order. And if you say reverse is equal to true, it is going to sort in descending order. That means first it will sort it in increasing order and then it will reverse the result so that you will get it in a decreasing order. See, highest to lowest is the descending order. Okay, this is all about sorting list elements in increasing or decreasing order. Next important thing is like a copy. Let's say what if you want to create a duplicate copy of your list. So let's say you have 1, 2, 3. This is your list. Let's say you want to create one more list. So instead of creating it from a scratch, you can just make use of a variable already available and then you can create it. So when you print a B, you're gonna get exactly same list as A. See, 1, 2, 3. This is all about a copy. It is used for creating copy of a list. Okay, next important thing is like, what if I need to find occurrence of elements? So let's say you have a list and in a list, certain elements are repeated multiple times and you just want to know how many times 4 is repeated. In that case, we just use a count. Count is a method used to find the occurrence of elements. If you want to know like how many times that 4 is repeating, you can just say a dot count of 4. It says like 3 times. Right? Let's say if you have a text, let's say for example, you have like this b is equal to, you have a sequel, okay, and then you have a Java, and then you have a sequel, and then you have a sequel. So you just want to know how many times sequel is repeating. You can just call b dot count. And since equal is a string, make sure you pass it within a quotes and just check out. See, there are 4 elements. There are 4 sequel repeating in a list. So count just gives you occurrence of elements in a list. Hope it's clear. So next important thing, the final method that you need to master is index. Index is used to find index position of a list. Let's say, for example, you have a list and you want to find index position of specific element. Okay, let's say I want to find index of SQL. If I say b dot index of SQL, any idea of which index it's going to give? Will it give the first occurring? Will it give the last occurring? Index by default, when there are repetitive values, and if you try to find index of any element, it always gives you the first occurrence. Which element is coming first, that index it gives you. SQL is at a first place, right? So it's giving index of SQL. Similarly, what if I want to find index of Python? It just gives you index of Python, which is at a second index place. Similarly, you can try with Java as well. That is, it is at a third index. So this is all about, the different methods related to a list that you need to master. Hope it's clear. Happy learning.